can I tell you something? You're awesome. You're absolutely awesome. And that might sound like a very trite thing to say, because you hear people saying that sort of thing all the time. But I want you to know that nobody like you has ever walked this planet before. And you are an absolute unique creation set here on earth to make a difference. You've got the ability to do that. But awesomeness isn't something that a lot of us grasp onto and actually fully understand. So let me break that down for you a little bit. I believe that you are awesome when you are you. When you celebrate exactly who you are without trying to change yourself to fit in with other people, without trying to change yourself to impress people that you shouldn't be impressing, and without trying to get the approval of people whose approval you actually do not need. You are awesome when you are you, your own crazy, funny, wacky, amazing self. When you are being exactly who you were supposed to be, you are absolutely awesome. We start stepping out of the awesome when we start to become something that we were never meant to be, and when we start to try and blend in with the crowd, and when we try and pretend that we're something that we're not, and when we try and take on a persona that we were never designed to have, all so that we can fit in with a certain group of people that we shouldn't be actually fitting in with. We were never designed or created to fit in with them. You were designed to be you. Allow people to fit in with you. Allow people to fall into step with you. Why don't you be the pace setter in your social group? Why don't you be the one that people look at and say, I'd like to be like that? Why do we always turn that around and say, you know what, I want to be like the other people? Why? What's so great about them? And what's so not awesome about you that you want to lose your own identity? You are awesome when you understand your uniqueness, and you understand that you are a blend, a mix of appearance, of communication skills, of abilities, of talents, of sense of humor, of tastes in music and art and movies and books and whatever it is. You are an absolute unique gift. And yet you are trying to change yourself all the time. Oh, improving yourself is a different thing. But improving is when you just go from one degree of awesome to another. When you start to realize, hold on, I've got a massive amount to offer this world, and I'm going to upskill myself, and I'm going to train myself, and I'm going to sharpen my skills. That's a very different thing. You are awesome when you love other people. If love is your point of departure, it changes the way you speak. It changes the way you think. If you're coming from a point of view of anger and bitterness and resentment, the chances are you're going to say some pretty angry, bitter, and resentful things. But if your point of view is love, and you look at other people and say, this person's been really mean and difficult, but there's a reason for that. And maybe that person doesn't know what it is just to be loved unconditionally. So I'm going to be the one that makes the difference. And I'm going to be the one that does that. I'm going to be the one that adds something to this person. And so when you change your perspective like that, and love becomes your point of departure, it actually changes the way you deal with people. Some people are very unloving and very unlovable. And that becomes our challenge of awesomeness. Can you break through that? Because I have found that people always respond to a gentle word. People always respond to kindness. I practice that. I do that. And when you come from that position, you get a totally different response. You are awesome when you try something new. I found out that confident people actually try new things. I had the privilege recently of actually working with a group of young people, about 30 young people in a room. And I actually went around the room and I asked each person to tell me, when was the last time they did something for the first time? When was the last time they tried something they'd never done before? And it was so interesting seeing the room come alive, where people were saying, oh, I joined a football club, or I went in for a play, the local village play, and I was on a stage, or I sang, or I joined in the local horse riding club, or various things. People were saying, I tried that for the first time, I baked a cake. I made a lasagna, I did this, I did that. And suddenly people started to realize, hold on a moment, I can actually do new things. I can actually do good things. You see, you are awesome when you try something new, because what you're saying to yourself is, I'm not going to confine myself. I'm not going to lock myself in a soul cage. I'm not going to lock myself up in some brain entrapment here and say, oh, there's certain things I cannot do, certain things I will never do. Try something new. Try something that you've never done in your life before. You are awesome when you are kind to yourself. You know, we love it when other people are kind to us, and sometimes we're very good at being kind to other people, but you're not very kind to yourself sometimes. You berate yourself, you mock yourself, you make fun of yourself, you get angry with yourself, you abuse yourself, you swear at yourself, you call yourself names, and you do things to yourself that you would never, ever, ever dream of saying or even venturing towards another human being. But we do it to ourselves. Take a look at yourself in that mirror, and if you can love what you see, then you are on that pathway to changing the way you treat yourself. But at the same time, if you look there and you can't love something, you can't love what you see, ask yourself why. What is it? What lie have you started believing? What mistruth, what complete rubbish have you actually started to believe about yourself? Because there will be people in life that do not have your best interest at heart and that are going to say damaging things. My challenge to you is believe the truth about who you are. You are awesome. You are absolutely amazing. You are an incredible human being. You are beautiful. You're strong. You're stronger than you think you are. And right this day, you've got the ability to make a difference to another person, even if it just means sending them an encouraging text or smiling at them in the street. Get out there and be awesome right now. Thanks so much for joining me. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Let's get the awesome message out there. You've got what it takes to be absolutely awesome. Love you guys. Catch you again soon. Bye-bye.